All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CLC Paint YouTube channel. Hope everybody had a good Easter weekend, and let's get into it and see what we end up doing here today. You can just watch for entertainment, or I suggest you visit the description below and get yourself some of these materials that I have linked down there. This is a lot of fun if you've never tried it before. Now, let's just grab some yellow on the brush. This is Indian yellow. Yeah, I'm just getting on both sides. I have the white you see is the liquid white that I was using to put up here, so that's on the brush as well. And then I'm going to grab some cadmium yellow in there. I'm going to set that down. Well, I'll show you. Just going to tap it like this, so that way it mixes on the brush. You don't have a big old paint chunk on there like that. You want to tap those out. All right, let's just, painting really makes you feel good. This is therapeutic, and the best part about this style of painting is there's nothing, we don't really know where we're going to go other than just a vague idea, and we're going to work with whatever happens. So I'm thinking today, this is a fun one. We'll come straight across the canvas in that kind of shape, and we'll just vary it with the yellows. Maybe a little thicker there, maybe down here, like so, and something like that. Let's grab, I'm going to grab a touch. Oh, it's dry. See, I like to leave my colors on the palette. If you watched the last video I did, these are all the exact colors we used in the previous painting almost half a week ago now, but look at how wet they still are. It's incredible. It's incredible how long these oil paints stay wet and workable, and when they dry up they kind of get thicker and stickier, and you can do different things with them. You do different things with them than when they're a lot wetter and thinner. Alright, now that I moved out some of that yellow ochre, it's more of a golden brownish yellow. We're just going to grab some of that, tap it, that into our other mixture, and I'm going to go around the edges, kind of. Just right around the edges to kind of give a goldish tint. Goldish tint. Oh, I like that dark spot. Maybe we'll have a few of those. Yeah, like that. And see, the liquid white allows us to take those dark spots and just turn them into blended softness, which is what you want. What you want. Let the color just happen on canvas. That's what it's all about. Because so often we forget to realize that we should be grateful to even have the opportunity to do whatever it is we're doing. To, you know, be alive. All right. Now that we got that, I think we're going to need to grab a new color, because this down here looks pretty dry to me. So I'm going to get some bright red. We'll work bright red to crimson, then blue to purple. Don't want to drop that. Don't want to drop that. See how scared I got? That was funny. Put the lid back on there. So I'll show you exactly what I did. We put in this dry pile, we put a bit of the red there. Just a little mound of it. And something that helps when you're using a smaller palette with a larger 2-inch brush is if you pull your color out into a wider area, so that way when you load the brush you can kind of pick it up maybe a flatter area, so that way you're not grabbing directly into a giant pile. But do it however it makes you feel good. That's the key. This red is so dry. Yeah, I've had that red since when I started painting. It was in the first set that I got. And I think I've had that single tube of red that I just grabbed and set back over there for since 2016, maybe 17. Long time. That's how intense the bright red is. It just, man, you don't need as much as you do. Like I've gone through huge tubes of yellow and white multiple times. Maybe it's just the colors that I use, but I'm going to start on the edge, just like we did with the golden color. Except this time we'll move slightly a bit further out. There we go. Something along the lines of that. And I'm going to work this off of the brush. So it's blending with the yellow and the white. Give us a nice pinkish color. Oh, sorry, I'm bouncing the camera there. Tables were touching. Go soft. Try not to bring your dark brush back here in the center. That'll be our nice area. We'll like it. We'll like it. But like I always do, forgetting to do certain things. So I'm going to wipe off the brush as much as I can, doing little circles on a paper towel. And then I'm going to take whatever corner's cleanest. I'm going to go right back, do what we did in the beginning to start with. I'm going to get some yellow. And let's just mirror some of that down here where we're going to have water later. We'll have some water. And same thing, grab the Indian yellow. It's a beautiful bright yellow. It's almost got an orangish hue. And right around, same thing we did up there. All around. And then now we can get that goldish color that we did. Same thing right around the edges. Don't worry, we're going to blend this mess out once we have a cleaner brush. Now, back to our red. Just tap, just grabbing a little bit of that red. And see how strong? We'll have to really blend that guy out. But what this red is going to do is keep the blue that we're about to put in from turning our yellow green. That's why we also used this kind of brownish yellow and varied it, left the pure yellow in the center, so that way the blue that comes around it won't give us a green sky. A green sky. Definitely don't want a green sky. This is a nice one already. We got a beautiful masterpiece. That easy. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. The links in the description for these things are Amazon affiliate links. I've tried to use them for, shoot, probably over a year now, but I've never really got any clicks and sales from my affiliate links down there. But I figure over time, you know, those who want to support and also those who want to join in will, shoot, slam the canvas. Also those who want to join in will avail themselves to those things that I make open. All right, now, shoot, maybe since we got the brush, we'll just do some blending. Not going in the center there, but everything else out here, I'm just gonna rough it up. Real firm blending. I want it to be soft as ever. And we'll do the same thing up here. Soft as ever. Maybe up at the top there, we want a bit more of that red. I like it. Maybe we'll just get serious. There we go. It's like an eye. It's the eye of Sauron. Alright, nice and soft. And see, that just makes you feel good. It's so easy. Now we're going to trust the blue to dominate all the colors in this brush, because that's what blue normally does. So I'm going to grab my blue here, phthalo blue. Open her up. Carefully distribute a small fresh pile. I didn't realize this pile was still here. I wonder how dry that is. We'll check her out. We'll check it out and see what we can do. I might have to go grab paper towels at some point, but I'm not worried about that at the moment, because we're just gonna, yeah, like this blue pile's so dry, I can paint it. This blue pile is wet, it gets color on the brush. And this blue, shoot, I don't know about all of them, but blue is so powerful that it just overtakes whatever colors you got. Almost makes everything black. It's kind of wild. So we're going to take that blue and just start up at the top corner. And this side will. And if you didn't put enough liquid white, you'll get these kind of things that happen. See, that's a dry spot. Just like right there, these little dry spots. You have to work them. You have to work them extra to get it blended. See, when it's liquid white, it goes on smooth. It's crazy, but amazing. Getting this nice blue color. I'm just gonna bring it right down. Right down. See, because the brush had some slight other colors in there, this blue isn't exactly pure, but as you can see on the canvas, it didn't change to any different colors. It's just got a different value or tone, just a slight tonal difference. Slight tonal difference. So right at the edges here, I'm just going to let whatever's happening happen, because I want to come back with a clean brush when I blend those. Now, shoot, I think Midnight Black. We're almost out of this too. Almost out of this too. I know certain sets come with not all of the colors, only like the basic 5 or 6 or something. But I tell you, the dark sienna is an excellent brown to have. The midnight black is a really good one. Mountain mixture, that's a different kind of black. So here's this little midnight black spot that I put out, kind of zoom in right there. And just gonna grab a touch and I'm gonna tap it through the brush. I'll show you the brush after I tap it. We don't want pure black, we just want the black to blend with the blue so it's a darker blue. And once again, at the top, and over there. It'll just give it a hint of that darkness. Now that that color's blended, we'll come down here and pull straight in. Straight in. And see, when I got the canvas sideways like this, it's hard for me to tell which exact angle is straight, so it looks kind of sideways. And the more that you go over this, the more it'll blend. The more it'll blend. But be careful with the yellows, because I was almost getting green there. Now, let's just grab a touch more of that phthalo blue, just kind of tapping the tap area. There we go. Watch how different this blue will be to that. See? And wasn't quite enough liquid white down there, as you could tell. Just got to work it extra, makes it harder. Oh yeah, I'm liking that already. Beautiful colors. Beautiful colors. Just careful when you do those long strokes. I just wanted a touch of blue above there, maybe playing down here. Something like that. All right, now that we got that, I'm going to be using one of these 1-inch brushes later for bushes or something, so I'm going to use it to blend our blue here now. And I think we'll just bring this part together. Just sweeping strokes. There we go. Now it just kind of, it's a real smooth transition from color to color. Now we'll hit this one right here. Watch out for the yellow. Sometimes when the areas are tough to blend it because there's not enough liquid white, I'll do tough circles like this, and that usually makes it soft. But when you do that, you really grind out whatever color's in the brush, so careful with what's in the brush. And just bring those together. Shoot some of these reds. These reds coming right off the camera. Maybe there'll be a big tree over there, so I'll not worry. I'll not worry. Use this paper towel over here just in case I got some yellow. Don't want any yellow. And soften these lines up down here. Beautiful. 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 And see the amount of light. You're seeing white over here because the sun's shining off of it, but see, it's actually more of a blue, a light blue hint. You can make yours darker, brighter. You could do more intense reds, whatever you want to do. All right, let's move on. I think since we've got this blue, I'm gonna grab, I like to do this so you can kind of see what the palette work looks like. I'm gonna grab all of the black and some of the blue, mix that together, and maybe we'll grab the red and see what kind of crazy color that gives us. I know that the bright red doesn't quite go purple with the blue like the alizarin crimson does, but just trying to avoid getting yellow up there. Black and the red mixed with the blue should help us avoid that happening. Now, just pulling some of the red and pulling it back through the black. And then finally, once you got your color you like, pick it all up and place it down with pressure so it leaves it with a pile and then a flat area. Your knife should almost be empty. Just wipe that guy off. Keep the knife. Now, cut through. Grab a little roll. Place that little roll wherever, shoot, wherever you think that your mountains are going to live. And I think this one goes about right like that, right like that. Thinking, and look, if you're shaky, it's okay. You can, let's say you accidentally do this. You're like, oh no, I messed up my, just make it into another peak. So that way now that's the top. If you mess up here, you're gonna have to make a giant mountain. Or blend it into the sky. Blend it into the sky. But see, if we had patterns up there, if we were trying to do an exact shape, or if we were trying to get this sky reflecting sunset the right color, we would be more frustrated than pleased with what's accidentally happening. And what we want to be is pleased. One thing that's pleasing to the eye that I've heard about landscapes is if your mountain comes into the landscape from outside of view. So we're going to do that this time. How about we do something like that? So it's coming into the scenery. And we'll have tiny trees back here that lead to big ones over here, and then we'll have medium trees that give us a middle ground area. That makes sense? All right, now that we've got a touch of color on there, I don't usually like to put too much, just a tiny ridge area. Let the blending do its own. But I'll put a tiny touch more of it, just to give us more color. Ooh. All right. Yeah. Before you forget and start doing highlights, you want to take preferably a clean, dry brush and pull and move the color because the canvas is wet. That works perfect. If this canvas is dry, it's just going to look like that. It's going to be grainy, not so nice. I want these mountains to be flat. See how flat they look? Watch what happens if you pull straight down. They look like cliffs. But just today, I want some flat ones. Okay, that's the back side, so I'm doing the opposite angle. Or you can switch it to the front side, whatever you want. Just keep these diagonal angles, and you choose the steepness. But see, since this is a blackish color, when I rubbed it over that yellow there, it didn't turn green. It stayed dark because there's some of this and some black mixed with the blue. If it was pure blue, we would have just made a beautiful green there. Beautiful green. You can see this can come down in front of that one if you want. Move the entire mountain range just with one stroke of the brush. Or you can put it back behind this one again. I think that's what's going on. I think it's back behind that guy. And see, the more I bring this down, now our mountain's taller than it is over here. So I'm gonna have to make them a little steeper. Grab a touch of the mountain color just to put it in right there. I've never tried it, but I bet you could just tap in these shapes and then pull them down and do a mountain like this. If you don't like the knife. And then see it just ever so softly. What was that? It freaked me out. Ever so softly, just blend it out. There we go. Now, and see that just floats in the sky in the distance. In the sky in the distance. Now, I've been wondering how wet is our white pile. Let's flip it around. Oh, not bad. Look at that. Can you see that? Let's see. There we go. It's a good angle. See, it just smears right on the knife. Picks right up. There's none left dry. That's a good wet white. This dry spot right here was a liquid white mixture we used for the last painting and the highlights. It seems that the liquid white, because the oil in it dries faster sometimes than the paint mixtures themselves, which is odd. Seems almost counter to what you would expect. Counter. So, got ourselves a white. Here's a good idea. Over here to our red, just grab a touch, just a touch, and put it in our pile. We even accidentally got a little blue, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll just let colors happen. So now I'm gonna pick that up, flip it back over, and don't mix it too much. See how it's kind of marbled in there? Different reds and different spots of the white there. It's almost just pink, but you know what I mean. And then grab a roll, and we'll have variations on the knife. Now, shoot that little ridge. Comes down there. See, if you grab more paint, then you can do more intense ridges with one stroke. Got something weird on the knife. There we go. Do this little ridge. And see, I went above the black, but because it's the highlight, it still looks like the peak of the mountain. See, if you go down here below the dark color, it looks like the mountain goes off behind the light, which that looks kind of cool in this situation. So I'm going to kind of leave that, and then shoot, this snow just comes all the way down there. And then on the little tiny corner of the knife, I'm going to grab some blue. Can you see that? Yeah, just a touch of blue. You'll probably need to use a little more paint than what I'm showing you here, but I kind of know I don't need too much already. And then I just mixed that with some of our white pile. So we got a little pink and blue mixture. These are good colors for Easter. These are good springtime colors. Now I'm going to take that pink and blue mixture and just give our mountain a little shadow. See? Just like that. Just like that. And I think, shoot. I think we'll put in some shadows over here. Yeah, see, I'm being so baby with the amount of paint that I'm choosing here. So I didn't want to turn all of my white blue, but heck, we can always get more white, so let's throw that down there. Grab some blue, mix it with it. Something on the knife there. It's like a pink, white, blue mixture. Oh yeah. Let's throw that in there. And grab another little bit of the white or our pink mixture. And we'll take this highlight and bring it right in over the blue there. Just barely. We're gonna make another highlight area to our peak there. These are real rocky. These are the Rocky Mountains. I'll call this painting Sunset in the Rocky Mountains. We'll list it on Etsy in a few days. There we go. It's got a so soft, that pink gives it a so soft feel. And then I'm going to grab much more of the blue, running it down here. See, now we're getting real blue. Grab some more of our white. Just mixing them. Take whatever color that is. There, maybe lay it out and grab it on the small edge of the knife. Works better for me in these little See, then that adds a whole new layer. Whole new layer. I'm just going to throw some blues in back there. Maybe that's blue. Maybe like that. Just kind of let the paint choose where it wants to go. It just comes off the knife so randomly. And now, back to our white. Normally I'll clean the knife while going through this process, but see, that one's going to be back in the distance back there. I like that. This will be our background mountain. He's got a lot of bright pink highlights going on. Bright pink highlights. Clean off a knife here. Get some more of that pink color mixed with the blue. Just letting color mix on the canvas. And then see, those blues give our automatic shadows for back there. Very nice. So it looks like a very distant mountain thing going on. We'll have trees that are up in this area, so don't worry too much. Don't worry too much. And shoot. Maybe last but not least, just gonna grab a touch of our mountain color just to secure this depth here. Add a touch of the dark that you started with. Back to your blender brush. Pull that down and just softly. Softly. Now we're going to come at the base. I'm going to hold the table because it'll start shaking. We're going to bend and only come up about a quarter of the way into your mountain there, because this will soften it up. Give us a misty area at the bottom. This brush is almost too dirty, leaving dark spots. So I'm going to use a clean one on this white over here. See, it makes it nice and misty at the bottom. We're just going to softly lift up at the same angle of our piece. I mean, if you don't have much paint down here, there's not much that you need to do. Just kind of soften it, but where there is paint, and it gives like a windy, misty looking, makes them look real distant. Every now and then, I'll come up and do the lightest, almost like 3 hairs. See those few hairs there? They just slightly touch the top. They just slightly. See, the brush barely has any paint in it. Mostly the liquid white that's coming off the canvas. And back here, just one hair. Just one hair touch these. There we go. Give them some distance. That's a beautiful mountain range, a beautiful sunset. And I think for this video, to preserve your time and to preserve interest, we'll start the next step in this painting. We'll start doing some trees. I'll make some little ones right over here. They'll be this big, and then as we get this way, they'll get bigger. And then we'll do a middle ground tree over here with some grassy things with some reflections. Same with reflections on those trees. And then we'll do a big foreground tree that comes down here and pushes everything way back in the distance. But until the next video, be sure to like, And subscribe if you got value. There'll probably be a little circle emblem that pops up somewhere, and then there'll probably be another video recommended somewhere on the screen. But anyways, check out the description. There is stuff down there, ways to support me if you're a fan, ways to purchase my paintings, because they're on Etsy. There's about 40 of them. I think 42 available right now. And I really hope you try painting. It's a way to bring some peace and joy into your life, and we all need a bit of that. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching.